How in the world are y'all doing? Listen, I have to shave tomorrow. I haven't shaved this weekend, so I apologize. I'm looking a little rough. I'm not feeling rough. Maybe looking a little rough, not feeling rough. I just got off of a live stream. What's up, Mike Scott? What's going on, bro? Jason Dean, Greg Crane, how you doing up in Canada, eh? So I just got off of a couple of different live streams. I saw my buddy Weldon Long, Wally Long. I don't know if you know who he is, but the guy is freaking unbelievably inspiring and motivating and just, oh my gosh, he's sharp, man. He is really, really sharp. But you know, he was, and Frank Lopes was on. I was bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Had two good friends on at the same time, and I was like, good Lord. So, hey, Ermelo, cheers. So look, I was really, you know, I really, have you ever, I want to ask you this, have you ever like wanted to do something? Maybe it was hey, Tiffany, how are you? So maybe it was something like you wanted to quit a bad habit like smoking or drinking, or you wanted to, I don't know, you wanted to change your life in some way. What's up? There's Frank Lopes. What's going on, bro? Mike Phillips. And so, like, you know, you like think about it over and over and over. Maybe it's you're going to start working out. Maybe it's you're going to, you know, it could be a number of things. By the way, I see people sharing this. Thank you for sharing. So, like, you know, all of that thinking, the thought process that you do. Patricia Lynn Burgess, what's going on? Frank is awesome. I love Frank. He's my brother. I talked to Frank. What we talked about an hour the other night after your live stream the other night. So it's all of that thinking. Have you ever been through that? See, you don't get what you want. We all have these wants. We have these desires. It's what you decide on that you get in life. It's what, and think about that, really. Follow me here. Like you have these thoughts over and over and over. I want to quit smoking. 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 I want to quit drinking. I want to quit this. I want to make $10,000 a week. I want to do the la la la. I want to. We all have that. Everybody goes through that. But have you ever noticed that, like, once you make the decision, like you literally finally get to the point where it's like, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to quit smoking. I've decided, or I'm going to quit drinking, or I'm, you know, on, I think this Friday, I think, is the 10th of August, I believe. I will have 16 years sober this coming Friday. 16 freaking years. Without a drink or a drug or any kind of a mind or mood altering chemical in my body. 16 years. And if you only knew how many years I mean, I lost marriages, I lost friends, I lost family members that didn't want anything to do with me anymore. I lost so many things. And I knew I needed to do something. I knew I wanted to be something different than I was as a practicing, raging maniac alcoholic. But I didn't get to the point where I finally decided that I was going to live a different life. And so once I decided, I made the decision that I was going to turn it around. I made the decision. So when you get to that place, and it's almost like this hidden secret place in your mind that you have to tap into to be able to turn it all around and go in the direction you want. Maybe you don't have the job that you want. Maybe you want to have your own business. Maybe you want to, I don't know, it could be any number of things. But when you think about when you're writing down your goals, if you don't write down your goals, I highly recommend it. In fact, Grant Cardone says write them down twice a day, and I agree, man. That stuff is powerful when you do that. When you write your goals in the morning and then at night, and you do it over and over and over, man, like you're talking about gaining some power over a year. But like, you know, think about all of the things. Jason Alt, what's up? Thanks, Mike Scott. I appreciate you, brother. So think about that. Think about all of the things that you want. You're not going to have the things you want until you make the decision to have those things. If you want to make $20,000 a week, you want to have $10 million, you have to make the decision. Decide that you're going to have it. Make the decision. You can make the decision that you're going to have $100 million. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to have it overnight, but you have to make a decision. And once you decide and you put everything in your heart into it, it'll start to happen. You'll start to see it transpire. What you focus on, you attract. I agree. Sometimes I can't even find the handle. What handle? Carrie Cordell, hey, how are you, Carrie? Eric Brower, what's going on, bro? Jonathan Bryant's in the house. Sean Bauer, have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's it. Like, you have to get to a place where it's no longer a want. It's no longer a desire. It's a have to have this. I have to have this. Have you ever met someone, like you're a significant other, maybe your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever, that you were like, I have to have this woman in my life. Like, she has, like, and you do anything to have that woman in your life. That's how bad you have to. Your desire has to become, your want has to become a have to. Have to. So, demand of change. That's right. The law of attraction. That's right, Tiffany. So you have to, like, make the decision that you're no longer going to be like wanting this thing, whatever it is, this thing, this lifestyle, this whatever. You're no longer going to want. I never had that. You're no longer going to want it. You're going to decide that you're going to have it. And that's the hardest part. That is the hardest part. A chance at a relationship just opened up for me. Gotta just go for it. You gotta go for it. It has to be, but like you know, Wally, Weldon Long, he goes by Weldon on Facebook, but his nickname's Wally. Go follow his page, by the way. This dude spits gold. And he said, you know why I drive a Range Rover? My wife drives a Range Rover, and I have a Ferrari, and I live in this mansion. You know why? And he I love the way he kept it right up to the end, and then he revealed it. It's because he's not afraid to ask for the order. You gotta be willing to go all in, man. If you believe in your product, and if you're trying to, you know, connect with a woman or a man or whatever, and you know, your relationship, you're the product. You got to believe in the product, and then you got to ask for the order. Like, you got to keep asking for the order. Like, just because, hey, Beth Hoover, how are you? You gotta ask for the order. You gotta go all in. Like, believe in the product. You're the product. If you're trying to get a relationship, you gotta believe in the product. So you gotta go all in. Burn the boats. That's right. You gotta go all in. You gotta, like, and now look, you know, Grant Cardone says it's not stalking if it works. I agree with that. And you know, if it becomes stalking, then you have issues, and that I can't help you with. But like, you know, I mean, look, if you desire, if you have to have it, if you have to make $20,000 a week, if you have to have it, I have to make $20,000 a week. Why? Nobody needs $20,000 a week. I didn't say I needed $20,000 a week. I said I have to have $20,000 a week. I am making the decision that that is going to be my income. Period. What has three no contact orders? You? Your top salesperson. That's right. That's right. I thought you were gonna say you have like, what are they called? Restraining orders. Anyway, so like once you reach that place where it's no longer a want, it's no longer just this desire, like, it'd be great if I hit the I want $20,000 a week. If you need $20,000 a week, you got to cut your expenses. Dude, Grant Cardone couldn't live on $20,000 a week. So let's put it all into perspective. It's not about, I mean, if you need $20,000 a week, don't retract, man. Don't cut your expenses. If you have to have it, get it. Get it. Go get it. It's out there. Hell, 20 million a week's out there. There's people making way more than that. There are people living on this planet no smarter than anybody on this stream right now that make that if they only made $20 million a week, they would be really depressed because they got a pay cut. There are people like that on this planet. I'm not one of them yet. But maybe it's because I haven't said I have to have $20 million a week. Actually, that's only a little over 1 million a year. Shit, I gotta raise my goals. Right, dude. And Frank, I know what you drive, man. Don't be fronting. Don't be trying to pretend like you ain't rolling in the dough. But like, I know that I want, my immediate goal is $10 million a year. All right. And so and it's a goal, it's a want, it's a desire. But I know from my experience in life and that once you cross the line of it no longer being a want or a desire, but it becomes I have to have this. Like you latch onto it with a pit bull grip that like, no matter what, I am going to have this. Once I reach that, boom, man, it's done. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. So look, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was watching Wally, and he said that about, like the reason he's driving a Ferrari, has 2 Range Rovers, and has the mansion and and he says the smoking hot trophy wife. The reason he has all that is because he's not afraid to ask for the business. He's not afraid to ask for the order. You got to ask for the order. I look back over all 30 plus years of sales experience, and I look back. That's right, Samuel. Accept that it's possible and on its way. I look back over all of the thousands and thousands of sales presentations I've given, and I think about how many sales I lost because I never even freaking asked for the sale. Get mad, go get it. That's right, Jerry Acuff. We have a legendary sales trainer on here right now, Jerry Acuff. Sandy McNichol, my good friend Sandy. So think about that. Think about all of the sales that you've lost in your life. All of the deals you didn't close. All of those hot chicks at the bar you didn't ever get to have a date with or anything else. All of those dudes you wanted to go on a date with. All of those things, the good things in life you didn't get to have because you didn't ask. I've done it. I'm not judging you. I've done it. Like, if you ask, what's the worst that can happen? They say no. And then you got to learn how to close on the deal, right? You got to, they're not saying no forever. They're just saying, no, you haven't given me enough reason to say yes. So you got to work that out. You got to work out your skill set. You got to skill up. And reading books by Jerry Acuff. Jerry Acuff's got some amazing books out. My buddy Weldon Long, Wally Long. Reading my book, reading Grant Cardone's books. LOL, never had a problem with landing dudes. So, like, yeah, well, chicks don't have the same problems that dudes have, okay? Let's just be real. Let's be real about it. If you don't ask, you won't receive. That's it. Natural closer. Well, it's a little bit easier for women. I'm telling it like it is. But, you know, getting the right dude, getting the right guy, right? So getting the right guy may be a challenge, but you know, again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. Think about the things that you've lost. I think about like all the kitchen tables I've sat at, all to pitch a service or something, all of the phone conversations, all of the Zoom meetings, all of the meetings I've had over the years, how many things I did not get because I didn't ask for the order. I didn't ask. I think about all the times I sat at the bar. This back when I was single. I'm not single anymore. I'm happily married. But, you know, I sat there and I'd look at a smoking hot girl and I'd think, man, I wish I had the balls to go ask her, pardon my language, but I wish I could ask her out. Or you meet somebody and you're like, man, she is beautiful. I wish I could. And you know, you just don't do it. Whatever reason. And then, okay, so I closed. Okay, Sandy's right. But I am a closer. I've been a closer for a long time. But prior to learning how to close, you know, I mean, think about all of the things, the good things in life that you've missed out on just because you didn't ask. So, you know, back to the original topic. I need to follow up on so many offers. I've been afraid, and this is inspiration I needed. Going for it. You got to go for it, right? What's up, Louie? What's going on? You got to go for it. Here's the thing. What's the worst thing that can happen? They say no. Okay. So what? Next. And it doesn't mean no forever. It could mean no right now. Circumstances and things change. You've got to be willing to go all in. Believe in yourself. I mean, you know, you've got to believe in what you're doing. You got to believe in your product and service. And if it's a date with a significant other, then you are the product. Like, you've got to sell them on the product. Features and benefits. People don't buy features, they buy benefits. How is this going to benefit me to go? How's it going to benefit you to go out with me? Let's talk about that. And so you open up the conversation. Or taking no as a personal rejection. Right. So listen, I've done that. I've done it where I'm like, I get angry. Like, how could you say no to me? Right? But hey, it happens. If you're not getting rejection, you're not trying hard enough. You've got to freaking try harder. You got to make your goal rejection. Like, you got to make your goal rejection. Once I realized that it was a numbers game, I could get 5 phone numbers at the bar in one night. And they all knew I was doing it. So, but I'm kidding. I shouldn't be like that. But that, I don't drink anymore. I've got 16 years sober, so I don't do that. I don't behave like that. But, you know, like, you've got to get, rejection has to become part of like, you've got to know that people are going, if you're not getting rejection, you're not doing anything. You're not doing enough. And if you're not doing enough and you're not getting what you want out of life, then it's your fault. And like Weldon Long was just saying on his live stream, you have to take personal responsibility. 100% responsibility for everything in your life. There is a book right here. It's a thick book. Look at that. That is a thick, thick, thick book. It's a book written by Jack Canfield, who's the co-creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul. This is called The Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And that's right, Elise, no victim cards. The very first principle in this book, the very first. Now they wrote I think there's 68 or something principles in this thing, right? The very first one they write in here is take 100% responsibility for every single outcome in your life. Every outcome. You didn't get the sale, that's not the customer's fault, that's your fault. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Read a damn book. Read a book. Get on YouTube. I can't afford to buy any training. Then get on YouTube. It's free. There's all kinds of training. That's a start. Skill up. You got to get skilled. Man, get skilled. Learn how to do what you're trying to accomplish. So you go from this level of I want something to where I have to have it. Instead of, I want to make $20,000 a week, get to the place where you have to have $20,000 a week. It is there's no exceptions. I have to have it. That I have to hit. It may take you 5 years. It may take you 10 years to get to that place. But if it's always there, you will start inching towards winning. You'll start inching towards that goal. I've done it. I'm 50 years old. I have done it so many times. And again, I've fallen into that place where I fall into this funk, or I get, I got to feel depressed. I got to feel depressed for a while. Everybody should be allowed to be depressed. I'm too much about money. I know. I actually had somebody in my family say, what do you get on your TV show every day and just talk about money? I'm like, if you would have done that a little more when you're younger years, you might not. Anyway, I won't go into that. But, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about smoking cigarettes. I'm talking about drinking. I'm talking about, relationships. I'm talking about everything that we have this want. I want to quit smoking. I want to quit drinking. I want to not be an asshole. I want this. I want that. But once it becomes something that is a necessary, it's a must-have. It's a must-have. I must have sobriety. I must be smoke-free. I must whatever it is. You met your dream wife. You haven't married her yet. You met her, and she has to become a must-have, and you have to become skilled enough to have her in your life. Sales is about money, getting what you want out of life. That's it. That's it. Melissa Skinner's laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. No funk. That's right. What's up, Christopher Campbell? So that's what I want to, you don't get what you desire in life. You don't. You do not get what you want. The Rolling Stones wrote a song about it. They play it at every Trump campaign thing. And that's, you can't always get what you want. It should be, you don't get what you want. You get what you must have. Period. That's it. You get what you must have. Carolyn Price, how in the world are you? Christian Santiago, my brother, how you doing? So listen, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to leave it right here. I left it all right out there in the arena, right there in the ring. We fought it out. We worked it out. You have to, once it becomes I have to have it. Once it's no longer a desire, it's no longer a desire, it's no longer a want, but it becomes something that you have to have. Once it becomes something that you have to have, there's a darn good chance you're going to end up with it if you put the effort behind it. But if you try sometime, you might find you get what you need. That's right. I love that song. Anyway, listen, I appreciate you guys. I got my Steelers shirt on. I'm going to believe that this year the Steelers are going to whomp some booty. Got to go. Peace out. You guys have a great night. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being on here. And thank you for the shares. I genuinely appreciate it. That's a song you can't always get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need, right? Right. Go for it, man. Go for it. Go watch Weldon Long's live stream. Go look him up and follow his page, and then watch his live stream he did just a little bit ago. It had some serious gold nuggets. Go watch my buddy Frank Lopes. Check him out. Go watch his live stream. He had some gold nuggets in his too. Like, you guys, seriously, everything that you really truly desire, everything you truly desire in life is just beyond that want stage. Move into the I have to have it stage. And once you have to have it, I'm telling you, you'll start getting it. Peace. Have a good night.